Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Achakwadash, for giving me the spirit to do listen on today. Lord willing, it feeds you lamb and sheets of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give the honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone who taught us is 100% truth according to the spirits that be Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there pushing forward to the four corners of the earth sincerity. And peace and blessings to your hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect. To y'all say shalom. And once again, I want to say call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, for giving me the spirit to listen on today. Lord willing, it feeds you lamb and sheets of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. So we had this article pulled up, which I was intending to go into this article sometime, when it had came out. You know, so it was like it's the 18th, the 19th, so 4 days ago. But the elder brother at Manatazaba out there, South Carolina, he had went into one and it had stirred up my mind. My remembrance, like, oh yeah, I wanted to go into that also, you know. So this is Mark Zuckerberg's. You know, if you don't know who Mark Zuckerberg is, he's pretty much like the owner of Facebook, Instagram, and I'm pretty sure he has other avenues and stuff he owns or he's partnership with and things like that. But he makes, you know what I'm saying, he's a higher up in this society. And when I say higher up, he's not necessarily the Rothschild and the Rockefellers. He's not that, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't even be surprised if he's part of that family line to some degree. But nevertheless, he's on the higher end side of things, and he's more tied in, more in the mix, I guess you could say, with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He's more in the mix. He's definitely a Freemason, things like that, man. I guess you could say he's the lower part of the upper echelon of Edom, because you have the Edomites that your everyday below Edom that don't know nothing going on. Then you have the Edomites that do know what's going on. Then you have the ones that are part of that family line, man. You know, kind of the hierarchy ranking. But nevertheless, this is Mark Zuckerberg. You know, Mark Zuckerberg. It says he has a Hawaii super compound. Reportedly includes a secret underground bunker and 11 tree houses, man. So you know, as of lately, you've been seeing a lot of these, you know what I'm saying, these millionaires, these high time Edomites, these rich, you know what I'm saying, rich folk. You know that they've been making a lot of bunkers. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing a lot of things, preparing for doomsday. You know, it's like they became like doomsday preppers, man. You know, and it kind of makes me think about, you know, when you think about that movie, Leave the World Behind. Spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear it, probably want to skip through it a little bit. But you know, leaving the world behind, he was going to how he had a rich colleague, that his colleague was kind of more in the mix. He knew about stuff, and then which was one of the main characters, was the black guy. He's telling me he had a rich colleague, and his colleague wanted him to move all his money somewhere, and the colleague was pretty much getting ready for doomsday. You know what I'm saying? Now, he didn't necessarily have a bunker, but he was stepping down, putting his money away to a safe spot and things like that, man. And I know y'all remember when that was happening, probably a few years ago, probably like 3 years ago, when the Crown Vic first came on the scene. You know, you had a lot of rich people like Bill Gates, you know, stepping down from being owners of certain things. You had what's that dude name, Jeff Bezos, stepping down from, you know, being owner, you know, things like that. So they was preparing. They're preparing for that the day of the Lord, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Even though they don't know what it all consists of, but they're preparing to hide themselves from the wrath of Yahweh Shai, man. And we know they know what's coming, especially the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? Day in and day out, we go out to the highways and byways, to the prosperity of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming this message unto all the nations. We proclaiming them, because first and foremost, for one thing, the Israelites are scattered amongst the nations. That's one thing. And secondly, you know what I'm saying, we telling the nations and ushering in the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai, that he's going to come and destroy this piece of shit that you call a kingdom, you know. So we're gonna get into it, pull a couple of scriptures, Lord willing, you edified. You know, I don't want it I ain't trying to be too long, kind of time scrunched, but it says, like it says in the title, Mark Zuckerberg Hawaii super compound reportedly includes a secret underground bunker and 11 tree houses. says an investigation by Wired reveals details of the Meta founder massive island estate, long shrouded in mystery, man. Surprising new details have been revealed about Mark Zuckerberg's massive and mysterious compound in Hawaii. It says an in-depth investigation by Wired uncovered that the Meta founder, and the Meta founder's island hideaway appears to include numerous unconventional features like an underground bunker with a concrete-filled metal door, a collection of 11 tree houses connected by rope bridges, and some extreme security infrastructure. The report would see these building plans viewed by the publication, and a source familiar with this development notes that Zuckerberg's compound is comprised of about 12 buildings, including numerous guest houses and structures associated with the agriculture and ranching. Combined, they house at least 30 bedrooms and 30 bathrooms, the outlet states. The main residential structures are 2 mansions, which will reportedly have a house, gym, pool, sauna, hot tub, cold plunge, and tennis court, among any luxurious amenities. But the home's most intriguing feature may be what's below ground. The plans show that the 2 main residences will be joined by a tunnel that branches off into a 5,000 square feet underground shelter, according to Wired. The bunker will be reportedly including living spaces, rooms for mechanical equipment, and an escape hatch. The door to the space will be similar to those found in the bomb shelters and filled with concrete. Sources also told the Publican that the compound will be completely self-sufficient with an 8-foot-tall water tank, pump system, and an extensive food production already in place on the land. Elsewhere on the compound, at least distressing. So pretty much, you know what I'm saying, it's in just the nutshell of what's going on. You know, he's got this all prepped for doomsday. He got some underground bunker, a food supply, you know what I'm saying? You know, of course, that food supply that he got going on in there is, you know, that's intertwined with the bunker and everything. Because how the hell they're going to eat? They're going to sit in the bunker and try to wait for the World War III to come by, you know what I'm saying? Because they know World War III is coming. They know that something's down. They know something down the pipe is coming bad. Come on, they're making movies talking about how to topple government, going to the 3 stages. You don't think these dudes got all this money know about those stuff? Yeah. Though these guys, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, those are those colleagues that dude was talking about, that are intertwined in the mix to a degree. You know what I'm saying? So you see he got this bunker all decked out, ready, 5,000 square feet. I just want to look up how big is 5,000 square feet. Because I don't know how big that is exactly. Let me see. Salakia. Let me see if I can pull up examples. Let me see, they got these floor plans right here. Let me see how big just a local restaurant. Let's see how big Walmart is. Bear with me, Akim. I want to see something right quick. So those range from 99. Okay, that's a Walmart Supercenter. Let's try something smaller. Let me think of a McDonald's. What it says, and it says, so when you go to your local McDonald's, it says, and about average 4,000 square feet. An average McDonald's restaurant is about 4,000 square feet in size, according to the data source from the monthly full. So he has a pretty good space, big space down there. You know, it's about 4,000 square feet. That's the average size of a McDonald's. So when you go pass by McDonald's, so including a whole lot, and this is a good example right here. So all this right here is 4,000 square feet. All that's 4,000. It stops about right here. That's what it looks like. So as a matter of fact, let me rephrase it. Let's see. Yeah. So I guess when you cut the road off right here, cut it off right here. Yeah, you cut it off right there where that white car is. Like I'm trying to, and boom, that's your 4,000 square feet. So I guess add another 1,000 square feet, and that's how big his bunker is, man. And that's pretty big. That's not some small little bunker. No, that's a good sized bunker. You could fit a good amount of people in there, man. You know? So nevertheless, I just want to pull scriptures because scriptures speak about them having this mindset, man. And it's so beautiful because you see them having this mindset that you could just link it all back up to the scriptures and identify who these people are. You know what I'm saying? And just show you the mindset of the masses, man. So this is Amos chapter 9, verse 2. As a matter of fact, right here, this is, I want to get two of them. I want to get Obadiah. So this is Malachi 4:1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them no root nor branch. So Yahweh Shai, when he comes back to bring, as he's bringing these plagues upon his place, when he visits the earth, man, of course World War III is going to be happening, but 200 thermonuclear missiles is going to come down on Babylon the Great. Revelation speaks about how he's going to put his spirit in those leaders to be against Babylon, and you already see that spirit amongst them right now. But the Lord going to add, he's going to turn them up a notch, and they're going to fulfill what they was created to fulfill according to prophecy, man. You know, this is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. And when it says heathen, we know it's talking about the heathen nations, but you can also throw Jake in the equation, because scriptures say if Jake don't come back to the obedience of the scripture, loosely paraphrasing it, you can liken him unto a heathen pretty much. So you, Jake, y'all gonna be caught up in the mix too, man. No matter if you got your little bunkers, your little doomsday prepped food and your bunker or whatnot, you're fulfilling a lot of the heathen, man, because you're not coming back to the obedience of the scriptures, because Yahweh Shai is coming to bring the destruction upon the planet Earth, but he's not coming to destroy the righteous. That's why when it speaks about it in Matthew 24, we got you to get it. And you go to Matthew 24, it speaks about how even Sarek. But let's go to Matthew 24. I think it's around 40. Scroll up, it's around 30. Okay, it's in Matthew 24. Verse 37, it says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So it's going to be the same concept as the days of Noah. How you have an elect teaching, telling, you know what I'm saying, prophesying, proclaiming the word of the Lord, and nobody coming to the obedience of it, man. And the Lord is going to bring that destruction upon the earth. And he's going to do the same thing again. The same concept. He has an elect preaching his word. Only the elect going to come back to the obedience of the scriptures. And the rest of the world is going to be destroyed by 200 thermonuclear missiles. Chiefly speaking about Babylon the Great, because when the Lord brings the second death, the place of sacrifice, like you said, I have a sacrifice in Basra, the chief city of Edom. So he has a sacrifice in Babylon the Great, pretty much, you know. Babylon the Great is the threshing floor, known as America. This is the threshing floor. This is where the 200 million thermonuclear missiles are going to fall upon Babylon the Great. And they're going to touch various parts of the earth because there's going to be a war going on. But this is the chief place that's going to be destroyed, man. It's going to be incinerated. It's going to be nothing left but sand, man. It's going to be turned to a desert. That's the second death, man. He's cleansing this earth with fire. The first world went away by water. This world going to go away by fire, man. But it says, for as in the days they were before the flood, they were drinking. That means there was eating and drinking, marrying and giving marriage into the day of Noah, to the day that Noah entered into the ark, right? Doing whatever the fuck they want to do instead of pretty much having that yellow spirit, man. It says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. As a matter of fact, okay, that's not the scripture actually. It should say, for their sakes came the flood. I think it's Matthew 4. It's probably in the Apocrypha. Yeah, I figured. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 40, verse 10. It says, these things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. And actually, when you read the prior verse, it says, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. So the reason that the Lord is bringing his destruction upon the earth is because of the wickedness, man. That's why we read Malachi 4. For behold, the day of the Lord cometh, that shall burn as oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be as stubble. That's who the Lord is coming to bring his judgment upon, man. And who is in that equation automatically? The heathen. The heathen are in that equation automatically, man. That's why we read Obadiah 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. You in that equation of wickedly, proud. You're in that equation automatically. The Lord didn't give you the law and such commandments to come back to the obedience of the scriptures, serve him, amend your ways, and humble your... No, he didn't give you none of that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Esau Edom. Y'all fall into the vibration of Esau Edom. Proud look. Proud. Esau's a proud nigga, man. Proudful. You can do what you want to do. The Lord don't exist. And if he do exist, he's a wimp. If he exists, he got to look like me. Even I remember when brothers, it was some time ago, we had looked up what does AI think he look like, and AI thinks he looks like an Edomite, pretty much. Artificial intelligence thinks he looks like an Edomite, pretty much. You know, because Esau wants to be the intelligence of the world. He wants to be the power of the world, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the Lord created him. He got a godlike complex. He wants to be the power of the world. But little do you know, bro, you're just a fucking potter piece, bro. Just a potter vessel the Lord using on the left hand side through Satan, man. And you're gonna soon realize that. You're gonna soon see it, you know. But now let's get to the ones pertaining towards the rocks. But this is Amos chapter 9 verse 2. It's going to the bunkers. It says, though they dig into hell, and that's one thing too. Hell is a spiritual realm, right? How can you dig into it? Explain that. If there's a such thing as hell, how, in y'all sense, as in a spiritual dimension where Satan resides, demons, how can you dig into hell? Because if you could dig into hell, then you could build up a mountain. You could build up a skyscraper. You could build up a skyscraper to the heaven. So if Satan's in the spiritual realm called hell, how can you dig into hell? Explain that, Christians. Nevertheless, though they dig into hell, which hell goes into the ground, pit. So they dig into the ground. How do they dig into the ground? Then shall my hand take them. And why would they be digging into the ground? To build them bunkers. They're not digging into the ground for fun, pulling up the bones of the ancient. No, they dig into grounds to build up bunkers to hide them from the wrath of the Lord. Which we're going to get. It says, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. And who is the Lord's hand? Yahweh Shai. Though they climb up to heaven, then shall I bring them down. And how did they climb up to heaven? Space Force or aircrafts, thinking that they're going to be too high up to get hit by that 200 thermonuclear missiles. No, man. No, the only one that's going to be able to get above that Van Allen belt, if I'm saying it right, the only one's going to, because you got to get high enough to be above and not be touched by that nuclear destruction, man. The only one's going to be able to get that high is the chairs of Yahweh Shema Shai, which the elect going to reside in, man. So this is Revelation chapter 6, verse 15. It says, because when you read up in this verse, it goes into the horses. The red horse, the white horse Yahweh Shai, red Esau, the black, you know what I'm saying? Is it the black, right? Yeah, you got the black, which is like judgment of the Israelites and things like that, with the balances in his hand. And then you got the which the black horse is like, you know, like inflation and stuff like that. Then you have the white horse, which is pretty much like judgment from the Lord. And when you read down and you get to verse 15, it says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Because they literally have bunkers in mountains. You know what I'm saying? These are hiding places from the Lord's wrath. And it's going to say it. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of the wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? And the only one that's going to be able to stand in that day is the elect, man, because they're going to be hid from all that. They're going to be in the chariots. Now, you niggas and you heathens, because we already got Obadiah, you heathens, you ain't getting in the fucking chairs. That's not for you. Now, you, Jake, you have a shot at getting in the chairs, man. Come back to the obedience of the scriptures, and ultimately, it all pertains to the point of Yahweh Shema Shai ordained it before the foundation of the earth, man. But this is just going into Mark Zuckerberg building this bunker and things like that. Why? Why is he building the bunker? Why he doing things like, because he know the wrath of the Lord is coming, man. They know the wrath of the Lord is coming. They might don't understand it. They don't understand it like we do. But they do know the Lord is coming back. And he's not coming back to hand out lollipops. They know that. We tell them what Yahweh Shema Shai is going to do when he comes back. He's going to come back to bring judgment. He's going to come back to destroy Esau's rulership, man. And that's him building that bunker. Them building the bunkers and doing all those things. That's them telling the rocks. So like your voice kind of dry. Them building them bunkers and doing all them things. That's the way. That's them telling the rocks to fall upon them. You know, and dig it into hell. That's them fulfilling prophecy. But the Lord is going to bring them out. So Lord willing, this is edifying. Dang. Through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man, and feed you lemon seeds of Yahweh Shema Shai. I'm ending it up by saying, call law Yahweh Shema Shai by Hashem HaKadosh. I'm going to give them an honor to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, and to Yah Akim out there, to Yah, I'm going to say shalom, man.